basic concepts of object-oriented programming. I am not totally clear about the topic object-oriented programming. Let's take the help of my brother.
Hey Jessica.
Hey brother, I want your help.
Yes, of course, I can help you, dear. Come sit beside me.
Since you were a BC graduate, please teach me about the basic concepts of object-oriented programming.
Okay dear, I will teach you. So tell me about what type of programming is object-oriented programming?
An object-oriented programming is programming language that represents the elements of a problem as objects, which contain data and behavior.
Good. That was the perfect answer. Now listen carefully, there are 7 basic concepts of object-oriented programming like objects, class, data abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, dynamic binding, and the last one is message passing.
Okay, now teach about each one of the fundamental ones.
First, you should know about objects. There are the basic runtime entities in an object-oriented system. Programming problem is analyzed in terms of objects and the nature of communication between them. And they take up space in the memory and have an associated address. Example, like physical entities such as human being, who is described by properties like name and address.
So object is a class instance that allows programmers to use variables.
Yes, you are correct. Next one is the class. A class is a collection of objects of similar type. They are user-defined data types that act as the blueprint for individual objects, attributes and methods. Example, we can consider a car as a class that has characteristics like steering wheel, seats, brakes, etc.
Okay. So class are an important component that makes object-oriented programming a powerful and flexible programming paradigm.
It's true. Next one is the data abstraction. They refers to the act of representing essential features without including the background details or explanations. Attributes are sometimes called data members, because they hold information. And the functions that operate on these data are sometimes called methods. Example, when we are driving a car, we are only concerned about driving the car, like start or stop the car, accelerate/brake, etc. I wish that this much portion is clear for you. Is there any doubts?
No, I am clear about this much topic. Brother, teach me the rest of the fundamental ones.
Let's go outdoors so that you can feel fresh, and it will help you to concentrate more.
Okay. Let's go.
How is this place, dear?
Wow, it's a cool place. Let's continue the topic, brother.
So next is the encapsulation. Wrapping of data and functions into a single unit is known as encapsulation. Example, school bag is one of the most real examples of encapsulation. School bag can keep our books, pens, etc. Now let's know more about inheritance. It is a process by which objects of one class acquire the properties of objects of another class. And we can add additional features to an existing class without modifying it. Example, the class car inherits its properties from the class automobiles, which inherits some of its properties from another class vehicles.
Oh, like a child inherits the traits of his or her parents.
Yes. Next one is polymorphism. It is the ability to take more than one form. A real-life example of polymorphism is a person who at the same time can have different characteristics.
Okay, so I think that best example of polymorphism is human behavior. One person can have different behavior, like a person acts as an employee in the office, a customer in the shopping mall, a student in school, etc.
Wow! You have understood the concept very well, dear. Next fundamental one is dynamic binding. Dynamic binding means that the code associated with a given procedure call is not known until the time of the call at runtime. It is associated with polymorphism and inheritance. And there is also another term, static binding. It means that if the code is identified at compile time, it is said to be static.
Okay, and the last one is message passing. Let's conclude the section by explaining the last topic.
Final one is the message passing. A message for an object is a request for execution of a procedure, and therefore will invoke a function in the receiving object that generates the desired result.
So message passing means objects communicate with one another by sending and receiving information to each other.
You are correct. So these are the basic concepts of object-oriented programming. I thought that you have grasped the topic very well.
Yes, brother, now I am very clear about the topic. Thank you so much, dear.
It's my pleasure, Jessica. It's too late, let's go home.
Let's go, brother. Thank you.